All right, so this video is going to cover running Facebook and Instagram ads for your service-based beauty business. So there are 4 requirements. The first thing is having a budget or the money basically to run your ads. And also a prerequisite is having your business manager account set up, understanding and choosing your target audience, having your ad copy, which is the text part of your ad, and the creative available, and capturing lead info, a way to capture that lead info, I should say. So we're going to go through that step by step and getting your Facebook and Instagram ad set up for your beauty business. All right, so the first thing is, what is a service-based beauty business? So these ads and what I'm going to show you in this video can cover any type of business from brow studios to lash studios, teeth whitening offices. Of course, if you know me, I have my own teeth whitening office, all white teeth, massage studios, makeup studios, spas, nail salons, hair salons, barbershops, body contouring offices, and many more. As I mentioned earlier, the main thing that you want to have, of course, is the money, the ability to spend $10 to $20 per day or $300 to $600 per month promoting your business through these Facebook and Instagram ads. Also, you need a business manager account, and that's required before running ads through Facebook. The business manager account connects to your ad account and it connects your Instagram and Facebook accounts together. So target audience, men, women, or both. In many instances with a beauty business, you're targeting women, but let's say you run a barbershop, you could be targeting men as well. Location radius, how far around your business or city do you want to advertise? 15 miles around your business, 10 miles, 20 miles, or the whole metropolitan area. You have to understand what interest groups you're targeting. Beauty plus whatever specific service. So this could be people who are interested in beauty and lashes, beauty and oral hygiene for teeth whitening, for instance, beauty and microblading for microblading offices. So you have to understand that as well. The fourth thing that you really do need to understand is that the AI, the algorithm, Facebook's algorithm and their machine learning, which determines which user to show your ad to, it needs to learn your audience targeting. So it may take up to 30 days for you to really get good leads coming into as a result of your advertising. Ad copy and creative. So what do you want the ad to say? Is your ad providing value and discount? Does it display some type of scarcity, meaning a limited supply of some type of discounted offer? Think about Groupon. There's only 10 available of this at this price. Does it offer that? Are you using videos, images, or both? And one of the things with Facebook, if you're setting up your ad to display multiple videos, multiple images, multiple ad copy, multiple text, Facebook's AI tests a combination of those options to create the best ad that's going to attract the most amount of users to opting into your ad. All right, and finally, capturing lead info. So I'm going to step you through setting up a leads form ad, and you'll see in just a moment. Basically, it's a pop-up ad that stays within Facebook and just collects the name, email address, and phone number of that user. Now, once that information is collected, where does it go? And so I'm going to show you how to connect that to a Google Sheets and through a service called 𝒂𝒏𝒈𝒔. Now, there's a better way to capture these leads and manage these leads. And I'm going to briefly tell you about the Beauty Biz Support CRM, which contains sales pipelines, different integrations with phone, for making phone calls, text messages, emailing, communicating through Facebook and Instagram. So I'm going to talk about that as well. All right, so we're going to get started with an ad. So I'm going to bring this over and we're going to go ahead and create an ad. Now there's multiple ways to create an ad, and I'm going to show you 2 different ways so that you just, so you'll know on both ends. All right, so this is the business manager page, and the assumption is you've already set this up. It's officially called the Meta Business Suite. And so the Meta Business Suite will take you to this page. It's pretty cool because it integrates your Instagram and Facebook into one interface. So there's 2 ways to create an ad. You can click this button, you can go to ads here, it takes you to the same place. It takes you to this little wizard that gives you a few options. And what we want to create is a leads ad. We don't want to create it here because actually it limits the way we set up the ad or the form that we're going to be collecting the information from. So we don't want to use that here. Instead, we are going to go to all tools, and then let's go to, and there's an option here for leads and instant forms. Instant forms are going to come available. That's going to be something I'm going to talk about in another video, but we want to click on Ads Manager. All right, so once we've reached the Ads Manager, we're going to go to create a new campaign. So it already starts on the campaigns tab. Actually, let me switch. I have multiple accounts here, so we're going to switch to the Beauty Biz Support account. Initially, as you can see, I was in my all white teeth account for my teeth whitening office, but we're going to switch here. So we're going to click on create account, leads, continue. Okay, and I'm just going to leave the name new leads campaign. And so all of this is going to be just like this: advantage campaign budget off, A/B test off. So everything's going to be just like that. The next part, the next step down here is the ad set. So we're going to click on ad set, and this is where we're going to determine what we're going to use as our conversion method. So we're going to use instant forms. We're going to select our page. Now it's giving me this warning: terms of service is not accepted for a lead form. And I had to Google that, and it's giving me this error on this side as well. And I know you can't see it there the way I have the screen set up, but I had to Google it, and I found the actual page that it has a different drop down of all of my Facebook pages. And I found the one for Beauty Biz Support, and now I just need to click accept. So the lead ad forms have been accepted for this page. All right, so I accepted the terms and conditions. If I close this, click close, let's go back in and edit it again. And now that error is gone. All right, and we're gonna create a dynamic creative. And what that does, as I mentioned before, it uses Facebook's AI to try different variations of the ad. It combines different pieces of the ad together to create the perfect ad to show to that particular user. Okay, we're gonna set the daily budget. Let's just go ahead and be a little conservative and set it at $10 per day. All right, next is where we're gonna create our targeting. So we're going to make the assumption that we are setting up ads for a microblading business, a PMU, a permanent makeup business. And so I'm going to remove United States, and let's add in, we're going to search for Atlanta, and there's a lot of Atlantas, Atlanta, Georgia. And I'm going to be a little bit conservative, and I'm going to choose 15 miles around Atlanta. Okay, next, I already know historically that women who get PMU or permanent brows or microblading, they're usually women that are 35 and up. So I'm going to choose age 35. Women. And now next, demographics. This is going to be important. We want women who have an interest in beauty, women who have an interest in microblading, and women who have an interest in ombre and semi-permanent. There we go. All right, so we've chosen those. Anything else? Micro shading is not an option, and basically that's going to be your options there. Now you can choose more, but what this does, Facebook looks at, you chose beauty, you also chose microblading, so this helps create a user case of a specific user type that you should be targeting. And as more people click on your ad, Facebook says, oh, okay, this person here of this user type likes the ad more, so we're going to start showing it to that user type more out of that beauty or out of these categories. All right, so we're going to leave unchecked detailed targeting and manual placements. We're going to enable that, remove audience network, and we only want our ad to show in streams and video reels, stories and reels and feeds. Okay, so now next we're going to go down to the ad, and I'm going to make sure that my Instagram account is connected. If you don't see your Instagram account here, then there is a problem, and so refer to one of my previous videos on how to set up your business manager page, your business manager account, and also making sure and connecting your Instagram and everything, your pixel and everything to your business manager account. Okay, next we are going to add a video. So let's select the video. All right, and primary text. So I actually have a Google Doc of the text that I already want to use, and you have to go ahead and create your own text. Now there is a best practice on the type of text and the way it's set up, and I touched on that in the beginning of this video, and it talked about having a value, some type of discount, 50% off, a limited supply of coupons or vouchers available, having that as well. So that's actually on this other ad. So I'm going to add this as an additional option to show people. And so it has scarcity. There's only 17 limited vouchers available. Even though if 100 people clicked on this ad, it would still provide them with the opportunity to get this discount. But those are some of the things you definitely want to have. You want to have the pricing, value proposition as well of what you get as part of this discount. You want to have all of that included within this ad. All right. And so we're going to put a headline. I have one other version of this ad. Okay. So next we're going to select the description, display link, and that will be the link to your website in particular. Next, call to action. You may not have all of these options. Get quote may not be an option for you. Most likely then the next option is either learn more or book now. All right, we've added all of this. Next, we need to create a form. So I'm going to duplicate this one, and so I've already added in all of the information for a form. You would click on create form if you don't have one already, which most likely you won't. All right. And so next you would name that form. You would add in a background picture. So I made this picture in Canva. Of course, it's just one half is the inside of a brow studio and then examples of different microblading and micro shading. So and then it has to be a certain dimensions as well. So it usually tells you here if you click on intro. So a few things though, you want to click different form types. You're not going to have this option for custom. So what you want to click on is more volume. Next, in Canva, you can create an image that's 1200 by 628, and that would create this rectangle. And then from there, you just want to create your own graphic using Canva. And I've already done that. I've already uploaded it. This image here, it's going to be just the image that's part of your profile already for Instagram or Facebook. So that can't be changed. All right, so I've already added in a headline. I've already added in also information about microblading. There are no additional questions that I need to add in. I've added a description, and one of the things that I had to do, this phone number field was not there, so I had to go in and add category, contact fields right here, and then I had to click on phone number, and it added this additional field. So I've done that. And privacy policy, you must have a privacy policy. So if you have a website or even the privacy policy to your Square account, many instances you may be able to link to that or your Acuity policy, privacy policy as well, but you must include that here. All right. You can add any additional disclaimers as well. I chose not to. And then the last thing is message for leads. Congratulations, you're almost done. To save your spot, book a FaceTime consultation. Call to action button. I have view website. And then once someone clicks on that, the book now here, it'll link to a site where you can make an appointment. So in this case, you can link to your Square scheduling or your Acuity scheduling and allow them to choose an appointment right then and there after they've clicked on book now. All right, so I'm going to hit publish on this. All right, so that form is all set up and ready to go here. And you can actually kind of see the options here at the bottom. And so it gives you a preview of your form and the steps that they would go to when they click on it. And I'll show you that in just a moment here. Let's do that. All right. So this is an example of an ad that I've set up for a client for microblading. And this is a video ad actually. So when someone sees that, they can click on book now. And so here's the form. Enter my information, click next, and then it takes me through those 2 additional steps. And then I have the option to click book now. And then once I do that, it takes me to a scheduling page. All right. On the tracking, we want to click on CRM events. This here, you would have to have your pixel set up. And if you don't have a pixel here or an option right here for website events, then you want to refer to my other video on setting up your pixel and tracking. All right. So we have everything set up from the ad on what to do. And so we have the campaign set up, the ad set up, and the ad set up. From there, we'll click on publish. Now, I'm not ready to publish, so I'm not going to publish mine for right now. I'm just going to leave it in draft. But what happens after you click publish, it goes through a review stage and Facebook sends you an email on whether or not your ad has been approved or rejected for some reason. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to show you is what to do with the information once it's entered into the form. So you're going to have a lot of leads that may not necessarily book an appointment right then and there, but they've already entered their information into the form. What you want to do from there is to reach out to them and call them and introduce them and build trust with that particular user, that lead. So how are we going to collect that information once it's entered into the form? Now, Facebook has a lead manager. If you go back to your business suites and if you go to instant forms, and you can go here and you can actually download a CSV of your leads, or you can also use the Facebook Lead Center. The Facebook Lead Center is a little glitchy in many instances, but looks like it's working right now for me. And you can actually click on a lead, you can add information, and you can add notes here as well. Another option is to connect it to a Google Sheet. So I'm going to use this service to connect to that Google Sheets and receive data as someone fills out a form on that Facebook, from that Facebook ad. It'll be sent through here and sent to Google Sheets. So this is the service is very similar to Zapier. It is called 𝒂𝒏𝒈𝒔, and 𝒂𝒏𝒈𝒔 basically connects multiple applications together so that they can share data between one another. So we're going to share data collected through Facebook with Google Sheets. So the first thing we need to do is to create an account or to sign in. I'm going to sign in with my Gmail account. All right. And you want to click on Access Now. You may be presented with a video. Just close that video. Oh, there's the video. All right. Click Create Workflow. Enter a workflow name here. All right, now we have to choose the two applications we are going to be connecting together. And so the first application is Facebook Lead Ads. And trigger event, new lead. So not new lead instant, make sure it's new lead. Okay. Then click connect. I've created a few existing connections, but we're going to create a new connection here. Connect with Facebook lead ads. So click that. Click to continue as you. Click continue again. Okay. All right. So it's now connected. Now, the next thing is we want to choose the Facebook page that we're working with. I'm working with Beauty Biz Support, and select the lead form that we created earlier in the video. All right. So the last thing we want to do before we hit save on either one of these, and we're going to hit save and send test requests. But before we do that, we need to jump over to Facebook and to send a test form or send test data to the form. So we're going to do that here. Open up a Google tab and search for Facebook Lead Testing Tool and search for that. And down you're going to see a link that says testing and troubleshooting marketing API documentation from developers.facebook.com. Click on that link, scroll down, and under option 1 there, where there's a few places you can go, it says using the testing tool. You can use this tool, and it's a little hyperlink there. Click that, and that'll take you to a new page. From there, you want to choose the Facebook page again that you're working with. Click the form that we created earlier in the video and click preview form. All right, so this is the form that you created earlier in the video. It already has, in some cases, it may already have your information in there. Just enter some random information. It doesn't matter if it's real or not. Then click next, then click submit. And you don't have to click book now or anything, just exit out. And so what we've done is we've sent some test data over to 𝒂𝒏𝒈𝒔. All right, so over here, we want to now click save and send test request. And as you can see, the information that I sent from the form that was here, over here, it is now showing up in 𝒂𝒏𝒈𝒔. So now we want to send this information to Google Sheets. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to type in Sheets, select Sheets. Okay. And before we do this, before we go any further with this, we need to create a Google Sheet that we're going to be connecting to. So you may not know how to do this, or you may know how to do it with Google Sheets. If you don't, just go back to Google and just type in Google Sheets. You need a Gmail account in order to create a Google Sheet, but as you can see here, just click on Google Sheets, sign in. It'll take you to a page where you can create a new Google Sheet. And from there, after you've created it, I named mine Facebook Lead Form Lead. And on row 1, make sure your label full name is row 1, column A, column B, email, and column C phone number. So make sure you have these listed as such on row 1. All right, so after you've done that, hop back over to 𝒂𝒏𝒈𝒔, and we're going to go now to action events. Add new row, press connect, and add new connection. Sign in with the same Gmail account that you used to create the Google Sheet. Click continue, click OK. All right, so now you should have, there's a few different Google Sheets. If you already have multiple Google Sheets and you already have a Google Sheets account, a Gmail account that you use with Google Sheets, then select the correct form or the correct sheet, and then you want to map the data. So it says full name, so click in the field and click on Facebook lead ads, new lead, and you want to go down and find the full name that you entered into the test form on Facebook. And then next you want to go down to email and click again and find the email address, and go to phone number, click again and find the phone number. All right, so after you've done that, click save and send test request, and you should get a response that looks like this. If it says error, then you've done something wrong, and recheck your steps. If you hop over to your Google Sheet, you'll see that it's automatically been populated on row 2 with new data. It's the same information you should have entered here in the lead form test originally. All right, so you are all set, ready to go. Scroll all the way up, and you can close this window from there because it's been saved. So anytime someone fills out your form after looking at your ad, this information will be automatically added here in this Google Sheets. From there, what can you do with this information? You can put notes here if you want to. You can put dates and times. You can format this sheet any way that you want to. So this is the manual way of doing it. There's a more streamlined way of doing this as well, using the 𝒂𝒐𝒏𝒈𝒔 support CRM. So I'm going to show you that real quick. I'm going to show it to you for my account for my business, beauty business, All White Teeth. All right, so when a new contact comes in to All White Teeth, it's automatically entered here, and it collects the email address. It collects any type of communications. Our system actually sends out a coupon to them automatically. It sends a voice note to them. It follows up with them. It allows them to communicate with me through phone, through text message, or Instagram or Facebook as well. I have sales pipelines built in. I have dashboards with metrics of how many sales came in through what channels. There's so many different things with this CRM that I use to help increase the productivity of my business and reaching out to potential leads especially. So I actually connect my lead form to this system here instead. So I just wanted to give you a brief overview of the 𝒂𝒂𝒏𝒈𝒔 support CRM, because it does so much more than just collecting names within a Google Sheet. But of course, if you would like to start off with just using the Google Sheet, then that's definitely no problem whatsoever. This is basically an overview of how to set up an ad. And if you have any questions or concerns, don't hesitate to reach out to me. Thanks a lot.